welcome back to yet another product spotlight video. Today we are going to be highlighting another item from Shehds. Today's item is the Cold Spark machine. Now, I know you guys have seen many videos on cold spark machines, but Shehds has one that is actually pretty decent. So if you are in the market for one, I highly suggest you consider Shehds cold spark machines. Now, this could be a great option for you. Now, one of the things that is very interesting about Shehds is that they don't list this on their website as cold spark machine. Like when you look up cold spark, it only has one that's like a hanging upside down spark machine. But if you type in the word spark, then this particular machine comes up. On the back of the actual unit itself, it does state that it is a cold spark machine, but in the description, it labels it as a firework machine. Go figure. Now, this is pretty much like your basic everyday cold spark machine. It has the opening at the top for where the cold sparks actually come out, and it also has a cover over the hole where you actually pour the spark dust into the top of the unit. Now, Shehds does sell the indoor and outdoor version of this spark dust. So if you're looking to be able to have this on both indoor and outdoor, you do have an option for that. I would just label the packaging once you get it, but they are offering that right now for $297 for 10 packets of each. So you can get 10 outdoor dust packets, or you can get 10 indoor dust packets. But either way you go, it's right around $300 to get all 10 for indoor or outdoor. Now, on the back of this unit, it's pretty self-explanatory, like most cold sparks units are. It does have a PowerCon IEC cable connection for the actual power itself. It does have a power out IEC cable port connection as well. It has a fuse port at the bottom, as well as it has left and right DMX capabilities on it as well. The power switch is located at the bottom as well. Now, when you first get the unit, a couple of things that you need to know that comes with the actual machine itself. The first thing is that you get a DMX cable. Now, this is about a 6-foot cable. It's just a basic DMX cable, nothing special about it. You also get a 3-foot IEC cable, so you're probably going to want to look for extensions because your plugs are going to be much further out than that. So you're probably going to want to get yourself a power extension. You get a remote control that has an antenna on it, and it has several buttons on the front of it. I'm not sure if that's showing up clear here, but it's got a whole bunch of buttons on the front of it. It's got a fail safe on the side of it here to where if this is up, none of the buttons will work. If you push it down, everything on the remote will work like it's supposed to. Now, on the front, you've got all your basic functions and features right here on the front of it on how to use it. And then all these buttons at the bottom for the most part, or if you have 2 units, you could jump back and forth between box A, box B, and then it has, of course, left and right capabilities. Or if you had 4 of those, you could put 2 on box A or 2 on box B if you are tying them in via DMX. So it does give you the capability to run multiple units from this remote control. Now, also on the back of the unit, you are going to have your buttons right below your LCD screen. It has your menu button, and it has your light that shows you when the actual unit is ready. Next to that, it has a DMX light on it as well to let you know if you are in DMX mode. The light next to that is your fault mode. So if there's a problem with the unit, that light will come on. And the button that's right above it allows you to go left and right on the menu. And then at the end, you have your heat light to let you know that the unit is heating up. And you have your enter button if you are using the menu. Now, one thing with this remote control that I did not like that Shehds had is that it came with the remote, but then when you take off the battery in the back, it's not a regular battery like a AAA or a AA battery for this remote. You have to get this battery right here, and it is an A23 battery. I found this at my local Walgreens to be able to run the remote. I was kind of disappointed that I had to get a battery for this because I have so many batteries for everything else. It could have taken almost any other battery and I would have had it, but I don't have these laying around. I don't have any other unit that needs an A23 battery, but you will need one of these as it does not come in your packaging. So before you use one of these remotes, you definitely need this. to go in here. And you can tell when you first get it that the opening here is not the length of what a AAA or a AA battery would be. I know you guys love specs, so I'm going to give you some specs on this. I'm not a spec guy, but I know you guys want to hear some of that stuff. So as far as the height goes, when the machine is actually being fired, the spark can go anywhere from 1 meter all the way up to 5 meters, just depending on which level you select on the remote. Each individual box itself uses about 650 watts per box. You definitely want to make sure that the outlet that you are using is able or capable of handling 2, and you probably want to separate them if you want to make sure that it can handle 4. You're probably going to want to put 2 on one circuit and another 2 on another circuit if you're going to want to get 4. If you're getting just 2, you should be able to get them both on the same circuit, as long as they're the only things that are on there. The box itself takes about 3 to 4 minutes to heat up to 600 degrees Celsius. You have to wait until it heats up before you're able to use the box. So as you see on the screen here, once you have the unit plugged up and you're ready to go, you have the power switch on, you're going to need to hit power on the remote first to turn it on, and then hit the heat on the remote so that it will start to heat up. That you'll see a number start counting on the back of the box. It'll go all the way up until it is ready to go, and that green light all the way to the left will say ready. Once that happens, you're able to hit the buttons at the top of the remote for either high 1, high 2, or high 3 for each individual box. Now, if you're in line of sight of 2 boxes, you should be able to cover both boxes by pulling the antenna up and firing it at both of them. Here's a demonstration of the unit actually working based on the height, the different level or the different heights that I had it on. So not too bad, not too bad, I would say myself. Nice unit, looks like it works almost similar to the ones that I currently have. I will say that you probably need something like a small broom or a broom and a dustpan to be able to clean up the residue that these Cold Sparks units do leave. Now, at the time of this video, this particular unit usually retails at $375. Shehds usually runs a sale one time a month, maybe even the entire month. So currently it is $337 for one unit. It is $297 for 10 packs of the indoor, or $297 for 10 packs of the outdoor spark dust that you will need, because it does not come with the unit. Also, you are able to get a case for your units that hold 2 of them at a time. Right now, they are currently retailing for $339. And with the sale, it's usually right about $305, but this will be able to house your units. So that's it. That is another great item from Shehds. These guys definitely have products that us as mobile DJs are able to use and able to benefit from. That's one of the reasons that I like them. One of the things that I wish that they had done just a little bit better is first give you everything you need to fire up the unit right away, put it into pricing for the cold spark dust. Go ahead and put that in with the unit, because you're going to need it. You can't use it without it. So I would like to see them put that all together, as well as have the case in stock and put it with the units as well, so that you can get a case for them as well. Because most DJs don't just purchase the units, they purchase the casing as well. So I'd like to give a big shout out to Shehds for sending me out the Cold Spark unit. I will be adding it to my setups from now going further with the rest of the year, to see whether or not it will be able to accommodate my clients, because I do have Cold Sparks as a big upsell for my clients. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of the product, whether or not you already have Cold Sparks units, or if this is just another unit for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and hit that like button if you're loving the content that's coming your way. We'll see you all again next time, and if you don't know, now you know. Peace, people.